Welcome to Data AgeUcation. I'm Jessica Novell, the Sales Operations Manager, and this is Richard Lutz, our Corporate Trainer. Today we're going to be talking about walking your loans. So Richard, tell us what it means to do a pawn or a buy walk.
Well, a pawn or a buy walk is simply the act of a manager or somebody being responsible going into the back room and making sure that everything that came in is as described and where it was supposed to be put.
Wow, that sounds like an important thing that every shop should be doing, right?
Yes, this is critical for a shop. Now, a lot of people think, I'm a small shop, there's only 2 or 3 of us in here. It's not necessary.
But it is.
Yes. Every major corporation, all the big shops do this for a reason. It's necessary to go in to not only prevent employee fraud,
Okay.
but also simply to help your employees, to do coaching and to help maintain organization within your business.
So it seems like Pawn Master can help with that. Can you explain to us, how it can and where we can find the reports to run for that?
Certainly.
Great.
You just mentioned it. It's going to be through reports.
Perfect.
So at the end of the day, one of the closing processes is going to be running 1 of 2 or possibly 3 reports.
Okay.
I would start with pawns, and on the pawns category and reports, there is a pawn buy listing. It's report number 5.
Okay.
Simply click print or double click on the report
Sure.
and then choose all pawns and buys, date range, and because this is done daily, simply hit T on your keyboard.
Okay.
That's going to be today.
Sure.
The report that you're going to see on the screen, you can print out, is going to be a listing of everything that came in that day. It's going to show the pawn number and the buy number, the customer information, a detail of every item that was put in,
Sure.
where it was located, and who did it.
Wow. That's a great report. It seems to have a little bit too much information for me. Is there an alternative of doing this a little bit easier in Pawn Master?
Yes, actually
Great.
there is. My personal preference is to actually run 2 reports.
Oh, wow.
And I'll speak to some other benefits for that in just a moment. The first report being pawns section,
Sure.
report number 1, items in pawn. Click print, again date range, then choose your starting day, which will be T on the keyboard today.
Okay.
Click OK, all item types OK. In fact, we're going to be clicking OK 5 more times.
Okay.
Ticket number is fine, pawn amount $0 is fine, extra details for jewelry, yes or no, whichever your preference is.
Sure.
And then you're going to again see the pawn ticket number, the name of the customer, the details of what was described by the employee,
Sure.
who did it, the location, date in, date out, how much they loaned, and how much they think the item is worth if they did the research.
Great. And I like that. It's a more streamlined report.
Yes.
Easier to read.
And then on the same token, this is just the buys.
Okay.
Excuse me.
Doing
This
one
is
more
just the
for-
pawns. So we also need to get our buys.
Sure.
So that would be management report number 4, assuming that your shop is one that has to hold buys for a period of time before you can put them out for sale.
Okay.
So new items in hold, print, all items, date range once again, T for today, OK, OK, and there are your items.
Great. So even though it's a couple more steps, it's definitely something that's easier to read, so it would be helpful in the long term, huh?
Yes, these reports I find because the first report that I showed you certainly gives you all the information. In fact, it shows the customer's address and some details about the customer that I don't
Sure.
really need to do my pawn walk.
Absolutely.
So I do prefer doing the 2 reports. The other benefit is now I can split the work up between 2 people.
Oh, hey, always good.
So one person walks the buys, the other person walks the loans.
Sounds good.
So I do want to mention, I use these reports for coaching purposes as well. So I can determine if my employees are consistently over-lending or under-lending,
Okay.
if they're negotiating correctly with their customers. And I really want to make sure that my employees are describing things sufficiently. I don't want to be getting in trouble with the local police.
Absolutely. Well, thanks so much, Richard. You are the report guru. And thank you guys for tuning in on this episode of Data AgeUcation. Hope you guys got some tips and tricks, and see you next time.